Meeting new people is a great way to add value and diversity to your life. Getting up the courage to talk to people can be a little scary, but once you start getting to know the person, you'll be glad you did. Starting a conversation. 1. Talk to a new person. Sometimes the hardest part of talking to people is figuring out how to start the conversation. This can be particularly intimidating when you want to talk to someone that you have not previously met. To strike up a conversation with a new person, try to find some common ground. 2. Choose the right person to approach. Look for someone who is not otherwise occupied and has a friendly expression. For example, if you are standing in line and someone makes eye contact with you, offer a smile and an opening question. Avoid trying to start a conversation with someone who is speaking to someone else or who is actively engaged in a task. 3. Approach someone you know. Maybe you want to talk to someone you've met, but you don't know how to break the ice. One effective approach is to ask that person something about themselves. Questions are a great way to get the conversational ball rolling. 4. Keep it simple. You don't have to have a great opening line in order to start talking to someone. You can start by saying something as basic as, "Hi," or "How are you?" The other person will often take it from there and keep the conversation going. 5. Avoid oversharing. When you are trying to start a conversation, it is important that you do not make the other person feel awkward. Many people have a tendency to babble or chat nervously when making small talk. This can lead to a common social problem known as oversharing. 6. Know when not to talk. Sometimes silence can feel awkward. Your natural inclination might be to fill that silence with chit-chat. However, there are times that it is best to stay silent. Continuing the dialogue. 1. Ask questions. Once you have broken the ice, there are several things you can do to keep the conversation going. Asking questions is a great way to continue the dialogue. Try asking the other person to do something simple for you. 2. Continue with open-ended questions. Asking any question is a great way to get the conversation going. But open-ended questions are the key to keeping the chat flowing. Ask questions that require much more than a yes or no answer. 3. Be genuine. Don't try to force a conversation. Instead, try talking about something that you genuinely care about. If you are feigning interest, it will usually be evident. 4. Avoid conversation killers. After you have been chatting for a few moments, you might feel more comfortable with how the conversation is going. But you still need to make an effort to make the conversation flow smoothly. Part of being a good conversationalist is knowing how to avoid saying things that will make the other person uncomfortable. 5. Shift topics. During most conversations that last longer than a few minutes, you will probably cover more than one subject. Be prepared to move on to something other than your ice-breaking question. A good way to be prepared is to pay attention to current events and pop culture. You'll always be able to offer observations about those things. 6. Reach out to other people. The more people that are involved in a conversation, the less pressure there is on you. Take steps to involve others in your group. For example, if you're eating in the cafeteria at work, reach out to your coworker who is looking for a place to sit. Say, "Hey, Lucy, would you like to join Tim and I?" 7. Be a good listener. Listening is just as important as talking. To become a good conversationalist, you need to practice active listening. You can verbally indicate that you are listening and engaged. Using positive body language. 1. Smile. When you are having a conversation, your body language can be just as important as the words you say. One of the most effective ways to communicate is to offer someone a smile. This is an especially great way to connect with someone you don't know very well. 2. Make eye contact. While you are speaking to someone, it is important to look them in the eye. This demonstrates that you are engaged in the conversation. It also indicates that you are listening and respectful of what is being said. 3. Nod your head. A simple head nod is one of the most effective non-verbal cues you can use. Nodding your head can indicate multiple things. It tells someone that you understand what they are saying, for example. 4. Build your confidence. Your body language often reflects nerves or anxiety. It can be intimidating to talk to people, especially if you are shy. One of the best ways to increase your conversation confidence is to be prepared for multiple scenarios. For instance, if you know you are going to meet new people at a party, have some topics of conversation ready to talk about. We hope we have been able to help, but maybe your case is none of these. If you think of any reason to add to the list, do not hesitate to share it with us in the comments section of this video.